This is a Starling rear end. That's what's going to be going in the gold truck. Shocks are off. I had to use a cutting torch to get them off because I don't know, this thing's only been in the truck for probably 40 years. We had to press these bushings out. Press these out, and then I have 2 for each one on this side because there's a bushing in this little swing joint and the bushing in the spring. Sweet. Hey guys, I'm in the shop today. Let me see if I can get my head where that light is. There we go. I'm in the shop today. I've been kind of in the shop all day, piddling around, doing a couple of things. I'll show you exactly what I've done. So this is a Starling rear end. That's what's going to be going in the gold truck. Basically I stripped it down and got it painted. It's dry, it's good to go. I just stripped it down, painted it up. There really wasn't anything wrong with it. I'm not taking it apart. None of the seals were leaking. None of the rear case was still good. It come out of a running driving truck, so I'm just going to throw it back in. I will be putting new brakes on it, but I'm not doing that at this time. So what I'm going to be doing is pulling this 9-inch rear end. So I don't know what happened, Barrett, but the camera just shut off for some reason. Anyway, so what I'm gonna be doing is pulling this 9-inch out from under this truck. I've already got everything disconnected. Parking brake cables are disconnected. Brake lines are disconnected. Shocks are off. I had to use a cutting torch to get them off because I don't know, this thing's only been in the truck for probably 40 years. So I've got it about ready to pull. I'm gonna undo the bolts, the U-bolts, drop the axle, and then I'm gonna be taking the springs out and re-bushing in the springs. I don't know if I'll get to that today, but I'm just gonna go and work at my own slow snail pace, and y'all can watch me, and we'll get done what we get done. How about that? Let me see if I can set you up over here. Give you a decent shot of what I'm doing. Let me find a place to set you, and we'll get going. Try to find a place where I don't drop the daggum camera, because I end up breaking the camera mounting, the little quick disconnect tabs on the camera. I've broken 2 now, so I'm gonna set y'all in this chair right here, and maybe y'all can see what I'm doing. Can you see me from over here? I can't tell. The camera on the screen is little bitty. Let's see. There we go. We'll start on this side over here, seeing if I can get 40-year-old bolts to break loose. Success. All right, U-bolts are out, plates off. Hey, how about that? See if we can move to this other side and do the same thing. It looks like we're galling bolts, but that's all right because I'm not reusing these. Let me get a socket and a big ratchet. How you like this ratchet? That's a oldie but a goodie. Cool. Plates are off. Come on, get free. Axle's gonna want to turn a little bit. It'll sit right there and we can pull it out from under the truck. Sweet. Yeah, I'm afraid of that. So I need swivel casters on all four sides of my table. It's only got swivel casters on one side, the other side's straight. So I can't kind of roll it around where I need it. So, but it's just one of them things you have to deal with, I guess. As long as I can roll it out from under here and not hang on anything, we'll be in good shape. All right, old axle's out. So, ow, you gotta watch your head when you're working around vehicles on the lift. You'll bang it into stuff. So apparently, the old Ford 9-inch, which is what I just took out, which is actually still a decent axle, but it needs rebuilding. It has a little bit of slop in it. It's not terribly excessive, but I'm going with 3/4 ton axles on the front, and I want 3/4 ton axles on the back, so that all my wheels fit. The gearings are different. This has 355 gears, this axle, and the front Dana 40 that I pulled out. The new Dana 60 has 373s. If you remember, we put a lunchbox locker in the front of this one. This new Sterling has it's 373 limited slip. So if you look, I don't know if you can see it. If you look here, it'll say 3L73. That means it's a limited slip axle. So just a happy coincidence that I wound up with a limited slip axle. So that's what we're stuffing under it. But before we do that, I'm going to pull the springs out and re-bushing all the springs because I want new bushings in it before I go back together with it. So I'm going to start taking springs out. So we'll set you back down here, I guess, and we'll see if I can pull some springs out. It's coming. It's just slow. Let's see. Oh, I don't even know if y'all can see what I'm doing. That's great. Move y'all for a second. I'm gonna let this truck down, and I'm gonna throw some heavy tires in the back of it to keep a little more weight on my lift, because I don't like it just, I'm taking a bunch of weight off the back end of this truck, and I want it to stay on the lift. So we're gonna throw some ballast in it. Oh my gosh. Them 40s ain't no puppies. Stay. All right, that ought to keep her from flipping off the lift. Look at there. Now we got some ballast in the back of her. All right, now I got to take off these front bolts, and the springs ought to come out. So hang tight with me while I do that. Okay. One leaf string out, one to go. Let's see. Can we put you somewhere over here? Maybe. Maybe y'all can watch me strain and complain and all that. Probably be right in y'all's way. Whew, all right, got that done. 2 leaf springs out right there on the floor. Lucas's dirt bike, it's all tore apart because he blew it up. So we got to press these bushings out. Press these out, and then I have 2 for each one on this side because there's a bushing in this little swing joint and the bushing in the spring. So we'll get to that next.
Morning, folks. So I came back over to Matt's today. He said he needed some help putting this axle into there, which he previously pulled the other axle. And you did catch that on film, yeah?
It is on film. Some of it's on film. It was a bunch of just doing random stuff until it dropped out. I also pulled the springs. We're going to push new bushings into the springs before we put axles in because it's just prudent to do.
Yeah, my new bushings, there.
Yep. So we're going to push some new bushings in, and then we'll hang this axle and hopefully get this thing to rest on its own
feet.
On its own feet. I still don't have shocks for the front, so I'm gonna weld some pieces of metal to the bottom of the frame and to the axle just to let it sit at ride height until I order shocks.
He painted his links blue. I think it's super cool.
We painted the links blue, and I've painted some of the frame. If you can see, some of the frame's still nasty, but eventually the whole frame will get painted.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Matt was talking this morning about after a while probably popping that bed off and finishing painting the frame under the bed.
Under the bed, yeah.
But that's going to be because today we're going to hang the axle, but further down the line we got to do the comp cuts on the back, and Matt wants to address this dent here, which that should be pretty easy to pop out. But today we're going to be working on axle.
Yep.
What?
I should have juiced them down. Yeah.
Give me the old rebuild again.
Rebuilding. Because these bolts have to come out.
You ain't got no juice left in there, do you?
I'm about out of juice.
You got a juice, you got an air?
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Pretty much both.
Man, I saw a thing the other day that I'm kind of curious to try. A dude took a can like that that still had about half full of juice but no air. And he took his air compressor and just shot air back in the can.
I've seen it and done it, and it works.
That's fantastic.
Yep, it does work. So now if I can find the right sockets, we can pull these out. Look at that.
First try. It's probably because they were on there and you take it apart, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Probably.
You're not that lucky.
No. See, that one's not.
That's not the right wrench.
Yeah.
You big wrong wrencher.
That one's 15, 16. Let's see what a 13, 3/16 and a 3/4 will get it. It's a 3/4.
How about that?
Great.
Got it on there good, huh? Go the other way.
Well, everything's got me from the.
There you go.
I need that.
You can heat that over the trash pile, it's fine.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll put that back on there. And then I need it tight.
Or you got bushings for this too?
Heck
So
yeah.
you got 6 bushings.
Yes, sir.
You the man.
That one don't want to come out as easy.
A little tappy tap tap.
Yeah.
Always, folks. If you got a tap on the bolt, stick a nut back on it so you don't damage your threads.
Need to go back on there. All right.
Did that kit come with new bolts too?
No.
No? Okay.
Of course not. Why would it have new bolts in it?
Well, you want me to stick those in the,
So I got the old energy suspension. Red. It makes it go faster.
Yeah, for sure.
Bushings.
Look at all them fancy bushings.
Look at them bushings. I got the red ones.
You couldn't get blue? Did they match your front end?
No, they didn't sell blue. It was
Oh.
red or black.
Okay.
Red or black. That's what you get. Okay. So, let's find something that'll sit on the end of them. That's too big enough. No. How about that? Maybe.
Yeah, too big also.
Too big.
Wait a minute. Here's an old socket that went through the fire. It's the perfect size.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. There's a
Burn.
there's a burn out of something. Oh, that's out of Lucas's dirt bike.
Okay. Dirt bike burn.
Now we need an inside bushing socket thing. That, good grief.
Inside tiny.
Probably should be, let's try this.
Good tire out there.
That's off my trailer. Valve didn't come out of it. It's a good tire. Well, it's not a horrible tire.
That makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we gotta drop
Yeah,
this.
like that, yep.
We gotta drop this.
Gotta drop that, you think?
If you're flexed out up there.
Flexed out.
One or two.
One is gonna be plenty.
There you go. Oh yeah.
All right. Do we want something to set that on?
That'd be handy.
It would be handy.
Let's turn this camera over here where you see what we're doing.
Get over there. And maybe it's in the right height. All right, let me get some stuff to add to that. Or is this chair more to the right height?
It's still too low.
It's still too low, huh?
We need something.
Huh?
We need something.
We need something, huh?
Something. What about,
Like that.
I think that's gonna be too much. Let's see. So let's put the chair where I'm standing, because really the weight's right here.
Okay.
Turn it sideways. There you go. Something like that. It's right there by the end of that box.
Okay. How's that?
That should work. Here, help me do this. It's crushing the box.
It's all right. Yeah, you gotta pick it up a little bit.
Oh, I had it picked up and the box went. Yeah, I can hold it there.
You can get something better.
Oh, that's fine. Give it a push, see what happens.
Oh, we're off. It needs to slide to you. All right, back there.
Oh, that camera can see what you do. It's right behind me. Go ahead, get down through me.
Always, right?
Yeah, always. Always right behind you.
Y'all just hold on. I'll put you in a better shot in just a second.
Yeah, sit it right here on this table.
How's that? Is that better? Okay. I think we're not perfectly centered. Go to you a little bit. Oh, dog it. Right there. I think we're not big enough on the bottom.
On the inside?
Yeah.
You might be right.
Oh yeah, she's coming now.
It bottomed out.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I can just.
Well, you got
hammer it
you got
up.
that there. I could tap it on the left way too. Hammer time.
No.
Can't touch this.
I had a little hammer. Taking me too high.
Oh no. I'll find out, huh?
That chair didn't work well.
Yeah, it didn't do what we wanted. Honk.
How about that?
How about that?
All right, let's flop it around. Push this one out.
You want to push that one in while we're here?
Well, we probably need to clean it up.
Fair enough.
Boy, if you could go down like an inch on your size. It's all right, we'll see what we do there. We'll see what happens, Barrett.
Okay.
That's not good.
A little bit bigger socket.
Yeah, a little bit bigger socket.
Yeah.
Hit your head?
I walked into the bumper.
It hurts.
It does hurt. That's too big.
Actually, that's too big. What size am I working with here? That's a 1 inch. What about this 15, 16?
Fitting 60. Give the flat edge.
Give it that edge?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Well, but you talk about it needs to be an inch. Why don't we get another one? Get something else that's an inch thick. Would have played it up again.
yeah, I mean, we can probably do that.
How that?
Like this?
Oh, that's okay. Aluminum. Try that. Is that more better? Broke out.
Get another socket?
Like that one?
Well, that one's too big enough. Remember?
No.
This one ain't. Oh, now I'm stroked out. Now we gotta beat it out.
Now you get your sockets
And my socket's in there.
stuck in there.
Yeah, the other from that side.
Well, I was hoping it would fit in there and push it back out the way it came in.
Yeah, me too. Maybe I need just a smaller socket. Yep.
Do it this way. Press the socket out.
All right, so let's not use this socket no more.
Now, so find something that's maybe a metric that's just a scope smaller than that.
Yeah. You all right?
Yeah, I got a burr in my hand.
Energy suspension, Formula 5, prelude.
All right. Oh, the camera's not even looking at you, talking about your Formula 5. What's Matt talking about over here?
Look, energy suspension sends you prelude for these bushings. So you put a little prelude on them. And then you make them go in their home.
Easy killer.
The prelude action. This is guaranteed to never squeak, rattle, or roll.
Guaranteed. Never.
Then you get you one of these. I think there's two different sizes of these too. Or there might, yep, there it is. Yep, look at that.
You might be pressing that in, huh?
Yeah, well, you hammer it in.
Okay.
Put your little pre-lube in there. And then you can put your little pre-lube on there.
Juice it up appropriately.
Juice it up. You get your big pair of pliers.
And yeet it.
And you yeet it on home.
Actually, I think if you're using pliers, it's yank.
Oh, you yank it?
You yank it. You gotta use the proper nomenclature.
Okay. Look at my big pair of pliers in there. I had them.
You have like 2 or 3. Big old hateful pliers. I thought they was over here.
Maybe they are. No, I had a big, like a big pair.
That's what I'm talking about.
The red headers.
Yeah.
Right over here on this thing.
You had some of them oil wrench removing pliers.
Don't hit your head on the bumper.
I've done it twice now. Oh, here, look.
Look, yeah, them, right there. That's the ones I be talking about. You send her on home like that. She's almost home. She ain't quite there. There, now she's home.
And you pushed out pre-lube, so that means you're doing something good.
So we did all right, huh? Yeah, just put it on there. Look, we'll put it on the next one.
There you go.
All right, that was the small side, right?
Yes.
Now we need the big side.
Are you gonna try and clean this out too?
Oh, yeah, we're gonna do an excellent job cleaning that out. Like I did the first one.
Oh, Snapple. So the old one had a metal sleeve and then rubber inside that and then a metal sleeve inside that.
Yeah,
This one just uses the hanger as the outer sleeve.
correct. Let's see, let's do the bottom one first. Very nice.
We about to use up all your stuff.
I got more tubes of it.
Okay.
Because I knew I was going to use too much.
Yeah.
I think this is supposed to be enough for
one?
For all your bearings. But I'm kind of...
That's the same way I do anti-seize. I put way too much on there. I'd rather have too much and not enough. You got the pliers.
Yeah.
Why are you struggling? Why are you riding the struggle bus?
They ain't just right. Where's my hammer?
Right there on the floor.
Look at there.
Maybe not. All right.
Look at that, Barrett.
You all right, Matthew? You did the thing. Here. Yeah, eat that. Gore. Yeah,
Did the small end? It was the small end that had these in it. Yes, it was. What?
It fits. That's great.
Well, yeah, that's what we wanted.
That's what we're shooting for, huh?
We gotta push these out.
What?
Okay. Cool. That's way too big.
Way!
That's...
That's what we did before, but it didn't fit, so you went on there.
Yeah, but the spring is wider. I don't want to do.
Well, what if you fudged it this way a little bit and had the outside edge on there? Like so.
I mean, we can try it.
All it's going to do is not work.
Play with it. Go. And it's just pushing that out. All right, stop. Back up. All right, good. Sweet.
Blibbity blam.
brakes in here. That's my motorcycle. Get down on it.
Now, that ain't centered up.
Well, pull it back out.
Now, put a little warm to it and see it. You know?
Yeah. Cooking bushings.
Cooking bushings.
They're a little down, actually. I think she's hot
I'm gonna
enough.
say it's pretty warm. Let me let it sit there for a minute and see if it. There it goes. Ain't it amazing what a little bit of temperature can do?
Let me get some gloves.
Yeah, there's some pliers or something.
Before we burn up everything.
Yeah. Get that out of there and get this out of there. Now you gotta push that out.
Oh, Lord.
All right, set it back up there.
That's not what I'm. Oh,
While it's still hot.
yeah, where's my.
Right there.
Right there. That way?
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and start. Oh, hang on.
Oh, you're about to fall off there, isn't it? Watch yourself.
Yeah, go ahead. Alright.
There you go. Goodness. That turned into a whole thing, didn't it?
That's a process, ain't it?
Man. Is that warm?
Hot.
Why don't you let it cool off? We'll take a break first.
Okay.
Oh, you got it. Cool. All right, we're gonna take a break, folks. Good grief. All right, go back from our break. We're gonna try this again. See if we can hurt ourselves less this time, or endanger ourselves less this time.
All right, try that.
Yeah, we're
Gonna need heat.
we're real tight again.
Jeez.
Quite a bit later.
Now, the problem is I forgot which way these go. They go that way or do they go that way? We may have to re-look on that thing.
We can do that. Let's pause this. All right, we had to go back in the video and look at which way these mounted up, and that's the way, like so. And how the sea is facing that way. That's what we find it on the video. What'd you do to the bolt? Oh, it's still laying on the floor.
I got them laying on the floor. We're gonna put a little goo-goo on the bolts too.
Oh, for sure.
Just for.
Go ahead and goo them up.
Yeah, probably. Oh yeah, look at that action.
That's good stuff.
All right.
Heck yeah.
All right, let's do this one. Actually, we could hang this one.
Let's hang it. Get it out of our way. Ow. I keep banging my head on that dang bumper. That ding dang bumper.
Set it up there and I'll run the bolt. I'll run the bolt. Make sure you get this one. Okay. All right, now. Oh, good grief.
Hammer time. Ugh.
You all right?
I'm better now. I'm standing under it.
All right, lift it way up, because this has to come down. Oh, don't keep my fingers in. Yeah, that has to go like that.
You go tap that.
I'm gonna have to tap that thing.
Killing me. You don't have
Yeah, I'm looking for
a Stiltson or something, huh? You want the bolt on the nut on the outside?
the nut's going right here.
Okay. Well, if the nut's going right there, then just line this side up. And then
Yeah, and it right here. Hey, get out from over there.
no, because it's going to fall.
Oh.
It cleared.
Swing your side, bud.
No. Oh, okay.
Hang on. Hang on.
I see it.
All right, hang on, because I'm about to drag my side again.
No, you don't. You always dragging stuff. You're killing yourself.
Well, it's not gonna clear here.
I see that.
Here's a heck of a lot closer.
How that?
Okay. This has to roll through.
Yep. Hang on, let me get this out of there. Alright. Go that way. We'll go ahead and throw the U-bolts on it and start pulling it up. Yeah. All right, hold that front end for a second.
Small thing, are you?
I'm gonna try and be smart. How that?
All right, give me a lift the truck down a little bit.
No.
No.
No. Put the U-bolts on it and then we'll lower the truck. Where if something kicks, it's already hanging. You know what I mean?
That's it.
That was it, huh?
That's a wrap. Oh.
What?
All right. Set that camera down.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna lift up this if I can,
Uh-huh.
and you just slide that out.
Yeah.
That was my suspension bottoming out there. All right. Let's take them out the way. Good grief.
What?
I got crap everywhere.
Right way. Oh, right way. There you go, bro.
I seriously want mountain tires to
Let's do it.
put them on there. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Which is weird because the other loading nuts, the front ones,
Bolted right up.
work. I wonder if I got fucking.
2 different size threads.
Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah. Oh yeah, look how much wider. Them are coarse thread, the other ones are fine thread.
Ah.
So these ain't gonna work.
Well, they'll work on the front. You need differenter ones for the back.
I think I had 4 for those.
Oh yeah?
What I did run?
Nobody knows.
I could not tell you, but I'm trying to find you. I think that might be them. Which they're not really lug nuts, but they'll at least
Hold the tire on.
hold the tire on. Yeah.
You want to juice those a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna use them. That's wonderful.
What?
Into my studs.
Yeah, because you kind of want all 4 corners to match.
Yeah,
huh?
you kind of do. I mean, that would be preferable. Can you go get me a rag, please?
Yep. What do we got around here that's rag worthy-ish? There you go.
I have a sneaking suspicion I'm gonna be hitting fenders like
Yep.
really soon.
I mean, it's going to come back some because your shackles are bottomed out right here. So the shackle's going to pick up and pull it back that way.
That's true.
Some.
Oh, we gotta let the back down to get the other tires out the back.
Yeah, well, go ahead and let it down. Let's see what it does looking like when it touches the ground.
Oh. Undo my lock.
Oh. Dude, it's slotted right in there, but it is tucked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm loving it.
I want to put the other two on.
Well, yeah, let's do it.
I want to weld something in there. That way.
Well, so should we maybe take a measurement? Say center axle to the body line? And see.
What do you mean?
Well, so this is ride height. It's sitting on the spring.
It's right height. As it's sitting now.
Right.
Yep.
Well, so the question is, we put those on, is it your truck gonna be level?
Yeah. I'm hoping it's not.
You're hoping it's not.
Yeah.
You wanna pick that up more?
Yeah.
Is what you're saying?
It needs to come up more.
Okay.
Well, I don't.
What's up?
That's true. I don't know.
Because we were saying that it looked like it was close earlier.
That's true.
We need to stick those on and just set it down and see before you go mopping up stuff.
Yeah, but we know where right height needs to be at front. Front. That's what I'm talking about welding.
I realize that. But, I mean, the straps are on there. If you pick it back up, it's going to be done. Yeah.
One of these is flat.
Okay.
That one you have.
Okay.
Because it's got a big hole in it. Which I've got a glue tread to repair it from the outside.
Okay.
See how it's cut?
Mm-hmm.
So you grind it down to the
That's awful.
Did it go all the way up here?
Why don't you lay it down? Let's work on it where it ain't all woggledy. I know it's big and heavy, but. Huh?
Is that part of it too? Or is it just this slice?
It's just that slice. I think that.
That is the old tread.
That's the bottom of your
okay.
tread.
All right, cool.
Just grind it down and slap it on there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never done that before.
I ain't never done it neither, but Matt Wetzel says it works. It's supposed to be a certified off-road repair.
Okay.
Dog it. It is not, however,
Easy to get into?
an on-road repair.
Oh, no?
No. I mean, that's what they tell you. Well, they even give you gloves. And 3 things of glue tread. And some sandpaper.
I think you've sanded it pretty good.
You reckon I've sanded on it?
Yeah.
We're gonna use one of the sandpapers to get the little gunks off there. And then They give you enough patch, you just cut your own size patch.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got in there? Another piece of patch, piece of paper. Oh, look, I can give you 2 little patches.
Oh, that might be the one right
Perfect
there.
right there, isn't it? So you get you one of your glue thread doohickeys out of there and a little applicator nozzle. They give you multiple applicator nozzles. Okay. Hey, hold up. You want to get all them.
You want to scratch up your patch too?
Yeah, I'm gonna, but I want to make sure that my patch is gonna cover my hole. You want it as clean as you can get it. Scratch your patch up a little bit.
You don't need both sides scratched up.
I didn't scratch both
Oh,
sides.
like you flipped it over.
No, I flipped it around.
Oh. Because we're hoping that the outside gets plenty of its own natural scratches.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
So is that little applicator nozzle to try and get it in the cut?
No, so what you want to do with this
Mhm.
is you want to dot little dots. You don't want to just
Smear it.
smear it all over. That's what they say.
You missed one.
I missed one. Holy moly.
And you ain't got hardly none there.
Holy moly.
Yeah, do right.
Come on now, Barrett. How do you put this thing? All right, like that. Then you take your patch. You slap her on there. And you press firmly.
For how long?
Well, I'm going to hold it for about a minute, and then you got to wait like 10 minutes for it to dry.
Okay.
And then you can air it up.
Nifty.
Nifty. How about that?
I feel like you get something set on there.
Yeah.
Let it sit for 10 minutes while we're waiting.
I think after the minute that you hold it, it's pretty much
Here.
ain't doing nothing then.
Well,
All right, sit it on there.
what's it gonna hurt?
What's it gonna hurt? Find you some trail garbage,
Like an old axle.
like a used
Drive shaft.
drive shaft, and set her on there. Give her 10 minutes, and then air her up. Supposedly that's how they're supposed to work, so we're gonna tell in 10 minutes.
We'll know before long. I guess I'm gonna turn this off for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, you're there. Now you need to go up a little bit more. Alright.
Walk on.
There you go, hold on.
All right, there's, yep, them two. Easy
Fall
now.
down.
Don't bust your gagootsy.
Yeah. Yeah, those just go right on.
Yeah, them nice, ain't they?
It's like supposed to be that way or something.
Actually, well, yeah, that's good.
What? Whoa, that's it. You just come off the strap. Yeah, that's got to come down some more. Or the tail's got to go up some more.
Tail's gonna go up a little more.
Yeah, unless you decide to go with your 6 inch on the front like you had talked about. If you go with 8, that's got to come up more.
Right. All right, you want to throw the finger on there and see what?
Yeah, I don't hear nothing. Might have fixed it, Matt.
Dang. Glue treads for the win, baby.
Yeah, it only took us 3 tries.
It only took us, but we're idiots.
Well, there's that.
So
We did only use 1 patch.
we used one patch and a whole tube of glue.
A whole tube of glue, yeah. We glued it multiple times. Boy, that's looking sharp. You gonna put the other tire on and we'll set it down till it looks level?
Yeah, we'll see where we're at, dude. Which this is what I really want to be ride height,
Yeah.
but we're just gonna see where the back's at and how much I need to pick it up.
Yep. There. That looks level. Dude, that looks so good.
That is not bad.
So the question is, how close are you to ride height? I mean, how much do you drop? Was it just an inch or so, or was it a foot? You know. No, it wasn't a foot.
Let me get a
Creeper?
creeper. I bet we're 2 inches off.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, didn't you talk about Paul was only running like 6 inches on his?
Oh, that's what Joey was talking about.
Oh.
I don't know how much he's running. Yeah, that's pretty much full of squish right there.
Is it?
Yeah, so we're at 4. We're at actually less than squish because we're at 3 inches right now.
Okay.
Squish needs to be 4 inches, and then I want it to. So it needs to come up 5 inches, which is okay. Here, give me a hand. Yeah, 'cause I'm old and feeble.
Yeah, I get you. 1, 2, 3.
But that gives us a pretty good idea. We can pick the whole thing up 5 inches.
So your shackles need to be
My drop shackles need to be a 5-inch drop from where it's at right now.
right. But what are those?
Well, those are factory.
Right. So it needs to be 5 inches more than factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically you buy a 5-inch drop shackle.
Okay.
Or the shackle flip. I think they sell them in 6, which I can do 6 on the front too.
Yeah.
You can set those
Right.
rollovers kind of where you want them.
Well, there you go, folks. We got the rear axle in it, got 4 tires all the way around it,
Yep.
and I think it looks mean.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
So we're still gonna trim this fender.
Yep.
This fender's way too close. It's gotta be trimmed.
Like we did that one.
The back axle is actually sitting at right height right now for factory, but we're definitely gonna have to lift it. Cause the front has to be lifted and I don't wanna be Carolina squatting
No,
my truck.
no, for sure.
But I wanna keep it as low as I can possibly keep it and still have good ride quality and all that. So, it's close, but we're getting there, step at a time. Appreciate your help.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
I had a lot of fun today.
We trying out a new product, glue treads. It's new to us.
Yeah.
We only messed it up twice. The third time was the charm.
Third time's the charm.
That's right. But yeah, we're making some progress. So thank y'all for watching. We love y'all. Like and subscribe. We'll see you later.
Yes, indeed. Good morning there, folks. I'm over here at Matthew's house. We are about to swap the rear spring hangers on this truck. You want to tell them about the parts you just bought?
Ah, yes. So, if you're working on an old Ford, 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, but mainly 4-wheel drive, Jeff's Bronco Graveyard. I'm sure everybody knows it, but these are, it's a shackle flip kit. It takes the shackle on the back leaf spring, which is this right here. So
Pick up your flashlight there. See what they're looking at.
So this right here goes in place of this bracket. and it flips that shackle upside down so that it's pointing down instead of up. And basically what it does is it lifts the rear end of the truck. This one I bought is a 4 or 4.5 inch. I think it matters what holes you mount into, whether it be 4 or 4.5. So we're gonna be replacing that, but first we're gonna pull the fuel tank.
Get it out the way.
Get it out of the way, because it kind of needs to be out of the way to do this. And that will give me enough lift on my rear end to get where I need to be and match the front end. So that's why we're doing it.
Cool, cool.
So the first thing we're gonna do is drop this fuel tank, and then we'll go about replacing the shackles.
All right. Where? Oops, sorry. Get out your way.
Get out of the way.
Let me get out of your way, out of my way. Get out of each other's way. Where is your transmission jack? Like it's a big thing. Why am I not seeing it? A whole piece of equipment. Just, we don't know where.
Right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we made it shorter so it was below the toolbox.
Yeah.
It was hiding. Easy, killer. I'll put it right here. On this here fancy Dan.
That's my transmission cross member and camera mount.
Yeah. Wave at the camera. Oh yeah.
That's it.
How's it got, huh?
Yeah, it's all right. I don't think that gas tank's got much in it. And it's gonna have to drop anyway.
Yeah. Is it just gonna fall?
Just stand back here and just kind of hold it and don't let it like fall completely off.
Okay.
If it falls a little off, it'll be all right, but not completely off.
Gotcha. More of that sitting there. Like it is. There's the gas tank right there, floppy floppy. You got to get up in there and undo that hose off the top, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna undo it right
I
here.
gotta undo it right there. Forgot about that. Good grief, look at the dirt.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about one day years ago. We did something dumb, and I was like, man, we're idiots. And you got all indignant. You might be an idiot, I'm not an idiot. And now you've reached that same stage of life that I am, that like idiots where I start. That's default.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, I start most conversations with the assumption that Barrett is wrong again. That sounds like a good starting point. Let's see what happens next. See, I say move this jack out the way and just let this sucker hit the floor. You're not gonna reuse it. Why are we trying to? Well, yeah. Well, the hose come on. The hose crank's come on.
Why did they do that?
Why do they do what?
They pointed the hose clip straight up to the body where you can't get a socket on
Probably because the bed wasn't on it when he put that together.
it. Well, that could be correct.
Old boy at the Dearborn plant was putting on 500 of those a day. And the next guy put the bed on it. Boy, I learned yesterday playing with them shorts. You start talking about numbers, you think the AI is a computer, it knows numbers better than us, right?
Yeah.
But not in the context of redneck conversations. So, full disclosure, people, I've never used AI, I never intend to use AI for any of our video, but I do use them to help me with like titles and descriptions and whatnot. And AI does not understand redneck. A couple of the titles made absolutely no sense, just none at all.
Jeez.
Okay, it did a lot of them, and that was cool, but I had to go back and do several of them manually, because, there was that section in that previous video where you were talking about that bandsaw and it lost a tooth. In some kind of way, figured out you were talking about hydraulic tractor parts. Like, how did you get that from that? Okay. Talking about modifying a bandsaw blade with a hydraulic piston off a tractor. No, that's not what he said. What are you even talking about?
Wow.
Yeah. What are you thinking, Lincoln?
The hose is just gonna come off, but they're 800 years old and
Crimped on there?
yeah, it's like been on there for.
Well, you're not reusing the hose, are
Well, I mean, I don't want to cut it
you? Okay.
because I might have to reuse it.
Oh, okay. We may pull it down on this corner some more, maybe we can get it to,
Yeah, you
Go that way?
down a little bit.
let it down or just eat it
Yeah,
down?
you can let it down.
Yeah.
It's moving.
That's cool. Just let it down some more.
Got one off.
The little one.
A little one.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, do that. Alright.
That's it?
Yeah, but there's a couple more connections up here.
I ain't worried about them. Let's snap them wires
Just
up.
snapped them out of there, huh?
Yeah.
This fellow, Barrett.
Here, look at the camera and show them what we're looking at up in there. Up in there. Come here, you.
Oh, well, one's already been snatched out.
Oh.
Give me a minute. We'll get that one off. Hold that light for me so I don't yeet it onto the floor.
Some yeeting action. Plonk.
That broke, but it's okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, you move that jack, it's gonna hit the floor.
Well, I don't want it to like hit the floor.
God.
We can help it.
That's good video, though. I need to set this down if I may help you.
All right, so there's nothing in this tank, so it's not like
I know it's not heavy,
8 billion pounds.
but I ain't got 4 hands.
I got you. All right, I'm gonna make this good.
Hopefully it can go that way. There we go. All right. There's the top on the ground. Covered in dirt.
There's a fuel tank.
Yay.
All right, that wasn't horrible.
That looks horrible.
And there was my fuel line. This is a vent line.
Yeah.
The fuel line, I guess the hose just
Broke
busted
off at the, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but now we can get to these.
Yeah. So I say you get on this side
Yeah,
and torque it off, because if you screw up that bracket,
we're not worried about
it's going
the
away
bracket.
anyway.
Yep. Yep.
Before we do all of that,
Yeah, we need to hang probably pull the tires off and
the shackles, swing them out the way.
swing them out the way. Yeah. And then we'll need that jack.
This jack?
Yeah.
For,
We're gonna put the rear end on it because we're not pulling the front.
yeah.
These. We'll just drop it down a little bit.
Oh, I figured we'd just let it swing out the way. Completely.
Probably not.
Pull these 2 bolts and just let it down. I mean, the jack will help in letting it down, but it can hang over there and not even be in that way at all.
That's true. What's that?
You wanna put that fuel tank outside? I don't want to strip on it, it's more of the thing I'm thinking about.
Okay.
It's all the way over there.
Okay. Excuse me. Come here, big Rick.
Huh?
Come here. I don't know why this sucker's tight. There we go. That's good. That's good.
take a hammer and give that a whack right quick.
Are we taking it out here?
No, I was saying give it a whack here to get it unsprung.
Yeah.
There we go. Hammer. Here, put it right here.
At least they grease them.
Yeah. With goo-goo juice.
With goo-goo.
Here, grab a hold to it and I'll tap on it.
Yeah, let's see if I can lift this up a little bit without lifting the truck off the jack.
All you're doing is moving the bottom arm.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
You see, this is what we love about these camera mounts, which is the same as that flashlight mount, which is pretty neat. But literally, our tripod is this garbage can.
Your tripod can be any semi-flat surface.
Any relatively flat surface. I'm gonna drag this garbage can over here, give Matt some light.
Well,
How about that? What's the matter? When I was working with Gary and Lindbergh on tractors, Bird was horrible about putting stuff in his back pocket. Me and Gary would be hunting all over trying to find a wrench or a socket. Like 10 minutes later, Bird was like, here, just look at
how about that?
That was off. Now we gotta knock them out. Might need a punch.
Okay.
Or your air hammer would work probably good on that. Brrr, pop it out. You know.
let that cool down a little bit,
Yeah.
and then we can bolt them things up.
Yeah.
Unless you want to put it in, burn your phalanges.
I'm not particularly fond of that idea. Actually, I want to look at something. Yep, I bent that hole a little bit.
I had to straighten back
Oh,
up.
yeah. Cool. I'll go ahead and turn the cameras off, take a break, huh?
We're gonna need the backup.
Right. Probably. How about that?
Well, you think they thought about that?
I think it looks like they did.
I hope they did.
Looks like it's just gonna go in there.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. This is what we're using. Rust-Oleum automotive enamel
Gloss black.
with the custom spray. 5-in-1 head.
Fancy.
Oh yeah. We're not flat here.
Just gusset right here closest to you. There you go.
What else am I forgetting?
I don't seize nothing. Of course, I'm bad about missing spots on stuff, so I don't know if my eyeballs are the ones you want to go with.
Well, we can get it once it's on the frame right now. It's mainly black now.
Mainly.
Mainly.
Yeah, we may have to take a drill bit and chase the holes a little bit, but it looks like they line up.
Looks like they're gonna go.
Yeah.
Hey, how about them apples?
Yeah.
I like apples.
I like apples.
I think if you put it in the back hole on those,
Yep.
it's 4 inch, and if you raise it up to the front hole, it's 4.5.
Okay.
I think, but I'm not positive about that. You can't, don't quote me on that.
It's just cool to me that once that paint dries, we're gonna have
A ride height truck?
a bolt up, right hide truck.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, man.
Oh,
Cool.
mighty cool, Barrett, mighty cool.
Super cool. Well, let's jack this back up and stick them in there. Question is, you want to go front hole or back hole? My brother.
sitting on the ground before I pull it out of the shot. So this is ride height. This is actually where it's going to be sitting. Now I still got to cut the back fenders. They're going to be cut kind of like the fronts. But before I move it out of the shop, I wanted it sitting at ride height on the tires so I can get measurements of where my links are, just so I can plug them into a 4-link calculator and just see how good or bad we did, because we're not changing it. It is what it is, but I just wanted to see how close it was. So I'm not going to bore you with those details. It's just a bunch of measuring taping, but I'll bring you back when I push it outside, and we'll get a actual feel for how it actually looks outside. Well, here you go, people. That's ride height. Sitting out in the open, daylight again. I'm going to have to build some bumpers for it. I got to get a fuel tank still. But still got to get front shocks. But she's sitting there on her own. You can see the beefy front axles. You can see the beefy rear axles. I think it's looking pretty good. So, I like it. There she is, folks. Thanks for watching. God bless you. We love you. We'll see you later.